adding the City of Enterprise to the Wiregrass Transit Authority, the organization has seen a nearly 25% increase in use of services.
The authority held a public meeting today to explain to the community the application of federal funds. And while no one showed up, News 4's Brianna Jones learned the status of operation.
The Wiregrass Transit Authority has used the same process for operations since 1993. From the looks of things, they aren't planning to change anytime soon.
Wiregrass Transit has been maintaining at a steady level over the last few years, and we're getting back to pre-COVID levels.
So why would the organization be applying for a federal grant?
This is an annual formula grant that we apply for every year in accordance with Federal Transit Administration guidelines for rural transit funding in areas like Dothan. Since we operate an on-call demand response service, we normally tailor our service to fit the demand of the general public.
Tailoring those services included downsizing the vans they use, which could help with things like gas. Each dollar they spend should be towards something within their means, and they see a return on. That's how the government can continue to help. It's critical at all time, but especially when you begin to service more.
The City of Enterprise has been operating just over a year now. The service in Enterprise is just for the City of Enterprise. Its success and people seeing its success over there, it opens the door for more expansion and at some point the possibility of the Enterprise system and the Dothan-Houston County system actually being linked together.
Crittington wants to remind the community there is no eligibility to use their services, simply first come, first serve. Wiregrass Transit runs Monday through Friday for a $3 fare. In Dothan, I'm Brianna Jones, your hometown news leader.
The newer vans can hold up to 6 people. They also hold 2 spots for handicapped. You can call 334-836-5555 to schedule a ride.